Alan Jones in 9th. You can see them working hard. They're bouncing over the ripple strips. Guess driving these cars, Bradley, they're 1.35 tonnes. They've got about 550 horsepower. They must be pretty physical things to drive.
Very, very physical cars to drive, especially at a place like Bathurst where you're in the car for an hour and a half or 2 hours. They, everything happens so quickly in them. You're always changing gears, braking, turning, and as you said, it's hot in there, 55 degrees, very, very physical. A day like today, it's a little more pleasant, but it's definitely hard work being in there.
Larry Perkins started 12th position on the grid, and he's now up to 8th, 7th, in fact.
Alan Jones closing in. Russell Engel putting plenty of pressure here. Looks down the inside.
Have a look at the damage there from the touch with Stephen Richards on the left-hand side of the car. It's all fairly flat.
Larry Perkins in 7th, Engel in 8th, Jones in 9th. Stephen Richards just climbing onto the back of this pack. Jones a little bit sideways under power as he tries to hang on to the back of the number 8 Castrol Commodore. Just talking about those temperatures. Alan Jones, you may notice, running has been for the last few meetings, that full face helmet. An idea borrowed from John Bauer with a cold air box. He's breathing cold air straight into his face because the temperatures in these cars are so excessive.
Well, it's not just the temperatures, the fumes from the cars when you're in a close pack there makes it hard on your eyes and your breath. So if you can do anything at all to cool the body down or make the air fresh that you're breathing, it's a bonus.
Tony Longhurst in the Castrol Falcon moves up 11th position, but behind Richards, just outside the top 10. Tony experimenting with a couple of new Yokohama constructions and compounds this weekend. No better way to test them than put them in race trip. And he's been quite impressed with the consistency of the Yokohama product the last few races, and very confident about his chances in the Enduros to come. Alan Jones behind Engel, who's up behind Perkins. 5 of them in a row.
Gardner's just slightly skipping away from Bow in these now that the conditions have stabilised, and I'd say JB's fairly busy, looking running a little bit in the middle of the road there, trying to keep Scaife behind him. He's not well today. He's a bit crook and doing a great job to be going as well as he is.
Bit of Delhi belly, I'm told. So JB not feeling 100%. Keep in mind too, after that horrific crash at Phillip Island, he drove a number of the rounds with lacerated kidneys. He had a kidney belt on. He was in a fair bit of pain.
Well, he's still got the kidney belt on today, but probably not just as tight.
So he's had a hard job, and it's not over yet because Mark Scaife, the Sega Commodore, is really applying the pressure. There's the NZ Commodore. Peter McLeod in trouble again. Boy, oh boy. He's not having a...
He's got something in his hand there.
It's like the drink straw, isn't it?
Bottle or something.
Anyway, he's getting out. He's had enough.
Gear stick, I'd say
his gear stick.
The gear stick. That's what it looks like.
Dear, oh dear.
Wow, here we have a look at Scaife. He watch him pull the lock on with the steering wheel there. Gee, it's so close to the wall. Grabs another gear. Into 5th.
15 laps completed, 2 to go for our race leader.
I was mesmerised looking in the rearview mirror there as the car whipped around the top corner with the wall and the huge crowd in the background. All over the back of John Bauer. As we go back to the leaders, and the veteran Peter Brock in front, and 30 years his junior, but the reigning touring car champion Craig Lowndes in 2nd place.
Incredible, isn't it? The speed that Brock's had this year. He still hasn't managed to win a race all season. It'll be a long time since that happened until he got to Oran Park today. So it was a nice way to finish the year for him. But he's got a bigger job ahead of him early in October. That's the one he's really focusing on in the next few months as he goes for his 10th Bathurst victory.
And as you said earlier, he's got Thomas Mazzera here, his co-driver, poking around. Thomas has been testing the car in the last couple of weeks and is very, very happy with the way it's going, and feels like we're a real chance up at the mountain this year, and who wouldn't think that? Have a look how dominant they are at the moment.
After that problem they had at Bathurst last year with head gaskets, both cars out within the first 30 laps of the race. It's the lowest point in their history, and they certainly want to make up for it in 1996.
Last lap, heat 2 of this final round of the Shell Australian Touring Car Championship, and Rocky continues to do it strong up front from Lowndes. Going back with Mark Scaife as we take Seven's race cam again. He's all over the back of John Bauer, stuck here on the outside.
Could go to the inside. No, a bit opposite off there. Watch the steering wheel work. This is sensational.
Yeah, the tyres skidding there. Yeah, everything. Trying getting past Bow. Come off the bridge for the final time. Down through Foster's dip. And he got a few options up his sleeve now. But John Bow is a master of driving this conservative line. He won't
fought battle for 4th and 5th, but up front it's going to make no difference to Peter Brock as he lines it up for the checkered flag coming out of this corner. Craig Lowndes right on his hammer. It's another 1-2 for the Holden Racing team as they go down to the wire with Peter Brock just taking the victory ahead of Lowndes. And it's been a great performance by these two all season, but a great effort by Peter Brock to come back here in the final round.
Yes, indeed. A Holden Racing team 1-2. Glenn Seaton hung on for 3rd. Wayne Gardner in 4th. And John Bow was in 5th position.
6th position falls to Mark Scapin, Larry Perkins and Russell Ingle for Castrol. Both Alan Jones in 9th position and Tony Longhurst finished 10th.